Hi guys, so the year 2024 is here and soon the new releases are gonna start pouring in, so I figured it would be a good video to show the gear I'm currently using for gaming and content creation, including the mice, mousepads, the keyboard and my audio and filming gear. So let's start with the mice, and the mouse that I have used the most lately is the WL Mouse Beast X. It is just fantastic mouse with a really good build quality and performance, and the shape just works super well for my hand size and grip style. My favorite thing about the mouse is however the click feel, and it is just a very satisfying metallic tactile snap. I just simply love it. Then I have also used the HDX 4K from G-Wolves, mainly in aim training. The lower button height on the front and the sensor position is something that makes me feel insanely accurate in the areas of aiming I am most weak at, which are static and dynamic clicking. Lately I have been grinding a lot in those areas, so therefore the HDX 4K has come to play. Why I don't use it more in Apex comes down to just to the scroll wheel, and tap strafing just feels more easy for me with other mice. But yeah, it is just a pure preference thing. So those two mice are the ones that I have used the most recently, but sadly both of these have sensor height related problems with the Artisan Shidenkai V2 that I just started using this week. So for that reason I have started using the Lamzu Maya and the Pulsar X2H Mini a lot more. And my preference between these two depends basically on the day and the amount of hand fatigue I have from strength training. So for relax claw I go with the Maya, and for more aggressive claw I choose the X2H Mini. Another honorable mention goes to the Optimum's Zeromouse, which I have been trying occasionally for around 2 months now. It is just a really fun mouse to try occasionally because it is the first strictly fingertip grip mouse that I have tried. I was meaning to do a full review of it, but I figured it would not make an interesting video since it is basically using the Viper V2 Pro internals. But hey, let me know in the comments if you would like a full review of this mouse and I will try to do my best with the video. But what can I say about the experience with this mouse is that at first it felt really weird, mainly because the finger placement feels very separated. But after a week of grinding camos in Call of Duty, it started feeling just okay. My aim still sucks with this mouse and my aim training scores are just very sad with it still, but I feel like using this every now and then has improved my micro corrections with other full-sized mice. Okay, then we can go to the mousepads. So like I mentioned, I just recently started using the new Shidenkai V2, and the model I have is the color black in XL size and with the X-Soft base. And so far I freaking love this pad. It has a very low static friction and some dynamic friction, and I just feel very accurate with it. Like others have mentioned in their reviews, the X-Soft one feels firmer than other X-Soft artisans because of the surface material, but it still has that very comfortable cushioning for your hand. But yeah, full review is coming soon, I just need more time with it. Second pad I have used a lot is the Brosmind Skypad collaboration, and I got it because it was the first drop in ages to not have a waifu theme, and secondly, I really like the graphics of it. Usually I like my pads to be very minimal looking, but with this I made an exception and I don't regret it one bit. For the past month or so I haven't used it as much as I'd like to since it has been very cold here in Finland, but when it gets a bit warmer I will for sure use it more. Then another pad that was my main aim training pad before this Shidenkai V2 arrived is the Raiden Classic in X-Soft. For some reason I just performed the best with it in aim trainings, and yeah, it is not necessarily the case while gaming, but for grinding high scores it is just a fantastic pad for me. Then another two pads that I freaking love are the Artisan Hayate Otsu in soft and the Super Bings Lab Memoria Pro. This particular Hayate Otsu is a bit worn and is in dire need of a deep cleanse, but it is still a very balanced experience for a multitude of games. The Super Bings Lab Memoria Pro is then a more controlled experience for those shakier days. Both of these are very good, and yeah, I just love them. Then the keyboard I have been using is of course the Wooting 60HE, which I modded a bit more during the holidays. The case is the Tofu Redux in orange, and I swapped the switches to the Lecker 45s and it feels amazing. But I will do another modding video / long-term review about this probably next week, so for sound test and all that, tune in next week. Then for audio I am using the Truth Ear Hexa IEMs when I'm certain that my dog is sleeping and not chewing on my mousepads. Previously my main IEMs for gaming were the Truth Ear Clinical X0s, the blue or purple ones, but with those the comfort was the main issue for me. These Hexas however have a slightly smaller nozzle size, so they fit my ears fantastically. With these I am able to pinpoint the enemy footsteps very easily, even when there's a lot happening in game, and for music listening these are also amazing. Then for those situations I have to be aware of my real life surroundings and I'm trying to game at the same time, I have the Sennheiser HD560S headphones. These are a great headphone for pretty much anything and are a solid option if you dislike IEMs. Not as easy to pinpoint enemy locations and all that, but still a lot better than your traditional gaming headsets. The audio interface where I plug my IEMs and headphones is the Audient Evo 4, which I have also plugged in my mic as well. My next investment related to my setup is probably gonna be an DAC amp of some sort to improve the audio quality, but the Evo 4 is honestly good enough currently. The mic I'm using is the Rode Pod mic and it is a fantastic bang for your buck dynamic microphone that I picked up a couple of years ago. The mic is attached to the Elgato low profile mic arm, which I like and dislike. I like how low profile it is and how it looks in camera, but the adjustability is kinda wonky. If I ever want to make small adjustments to the mic position, I have to loosen these friction bolts and the experience is not very smooth. I also have the Rode PSA arm in storage and I'm constantly debating switching back to it, but haven't bothered yet. Lastly, the camera I use to film my videos is the Sony ZV-1, which is a neat little camera that can shoot 4K video and is really all you need for these kinds of videos I'm doing. I swapped to this in September as a birthday gift for myself and I've been very pleased with it. Before this I used my iPhone for a couple of videos, and before that I used the Sony a5000, which was great, but it lacked 4K and I really wanted to up my quality. Why I switched from my iPhone to the ZV-1 is basically because it was just a really big hassle for me to transfer the 4K videos to my computer and all that. So if you are looking for a good upgrade from filming on a phone and don't want to fall into the rabbit hole of camera lenses, the ZV-1 is honestly fantastic. But that is all I can think of talking to you about my setup. What are your current main peripherals and what you are looking to get the most in 2024? Let me know in the comments. And like always, thanks for watching and see you on the next video. Goodbye.